Today we salute you, former Budweiser drinkers of America. Together, you've sworn to never drink another drop of Budlight or any other beer from Anheuser-Busch.
Ancient history.
Sure, it might taste like piss from a hamster, but it gave us a cheap buzz.
Oh!
And a cheap buzz is exactly what we've needed over the last 2 years.
You said it, brother.
So while there might be a tear in your beer and a hole in your heart, hold your heads high and know that today is a new day, and there's other beers in the sea.
An update. Sales are sales are falling. I mean, this is real. Like, this is, once again, I think we said on the last episode, and I'll stick by this, long term, Anheuser-Busch, totally fine. I don't think any of us are concerned at all. But
not at all.
This is a very serious impact, it seems, on Bud Light sales with this.
Last week, the sales went down 17%. It's immediate reaction.
And Coors and Miller Lite are up 18% each.
I mean,
those are meaningful numbers.
Someone who used to work at Anheuser-Busch messaged me. They agree there's like short-term pain and longer term it should be fine. Bud Light should basically go to Roger Goodell and say, could we get an NFL game in June? Put together a game, let Bud Light sponsor it, and go from there.
We've always said on this show, like, you know, vote with your wallet, vote with your, you know, like if you don't like it, then don't buy it. And people really do that a little more in this like fast social media age. Bud Light update.
And that's the exact same sentiment I've been saying this entire time. Vote with your wallet, make it stick. These guys are saying, I actually think the number's at about 26-27% down in can and bottle sales. This boycott is definitely working. Anheuser-Busch is definitely feeling the sting of it, and they don't know which way to turn. Oh, and also real quick, can you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you wouldn't mind? Thank you very much. Let's get on with more clips.
It's the Bud Night. It's the Bud Night. We're saved. Yes. Dilly dilly!
Hey everyone! Sorry I'm late. I was getting my nails done. Oh, I just remembered. I need to get some tampons. What the f?
Light marketing VP. Remember, we showed the woman all teeth, no brains. VP behind $6 billion Dylan Mulvaney mistake. Breaks cover from $8 million Central Park home after bosses threw her under the bus. She has. This woman, all teeth, no brains. She's got an $8 million home in Central Park. This is the person trying to tell us, you and I, that we're out of touch, that we don't know what's good for society. A person that lives in an $8 million home in Central Park. This person believes that they are in touch with society.
This is weird. Miller door, Bud door. What do you got there, Mark?
Just some trash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead, take care of that. Thank you.
Y'all, Newsweek came out today and declared that the boycott of Bud Light wasn't going to have any effect. As a matter of fact, their stock price had already weathered any storm it was going to see. To that, I have two questions. One, how do you know before the quarterly earning reports come out? And how do you explain this?
Madam Susan, you are a true friend of the crown. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. It is Sir Woke-A-Lot, the new head of marketing for Bud Light.
What is that?
This beer has a complex woke flavor that's hard to identify. It's a bit nutty one day and kind of fruity the next. But trust me, you'll love it. Dilly dilly? Right?
Please follow Sir Brad. He's going to give you a private tour of the pit of misery.
I'm sorry, what?
Pit of misery! Dilly dilly! Dilly dilly!
Got to get your take on the boycott. So you just brought up Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light's getting hit as hard as I've ever seen it.
Why would you want to drink Bud Light? I mean, like, honestly, that's like them rubbing our faces in it. And it's like these companies that do this, if they never have any response, they're just going to keep doing it. So if you as a consumer are like, yeah, they're basically, and I mean, it's such a fraud with what they're doing with that. Like, yeah, they're doing that, but I'm just going to keep drinking it anyways. Well, then they're just going to keep doing it. So I think we have power as consumers to make our voice heard, and not on every company, because sometimes conservative consumers aren't going to make a dent in some companies. This one is one, if you don't have conservative beer drinkers, you're going to feel that. And so, you know, I think it's a righteous thing. You know, some of these controversies, they come up and people can kind of just say, oh, well, it's kind of a one-off. Yeah, it was stupid to do. But it's part of a larger thing where corporate America is trying to change our country, trying to change policy, trying to change culture. And, you know, I'd rather be governed by we the people than woke companies. And so I think pushback is in order across the board, including with Bud Light.
Will we ever see you drinking a Bud Light again?
No, I don't think so. You know, I'm trying to think, like, what would I do if I had...
Because there's plenty of photos of you, like the famous COVID one with you drinking the beer, right, with the bikers?
That was a Budweiser.
That was a Budweiser. So they've lost a customer.
Yeah, I think so. But, you know, my wife and I, they don't have it here. If we ever go out to just have a beer, which admittedly we don't have the ability to do that like we used to, you know, we actually like the stout, the Guinness. Yeah, that's what we do. So,
okay,
you know,
Irish.
Yeah, we were, years ago, we went to Dublin, we went to some other places, and we've always been a fan ever since. So,
gotta get.
Ron DeSantis is 1,000% right here. There's got to be pushback against these woke companies so they stop putting identity politics into everything that we possibly can consume. And there's no better way to do that than to vote with your wallet and to say, we're not going to take this anymore, and to keep this boycott going. They're only down 27% right now. Let's make it 40%, 50%. We have to keep going.
Yes. I work for an affiliate company. I am a merchandiser, and the sole product of the company I work for is Anheuser-Busch products. So with all this canceling going on, I've never seen such little sales in this past few days on these products. And it's sad because when people don't buy this beer, I don't make money, and I can't feed my family. So it's kind of heartbreaking, I guess, that Anheuser-Busch did what they did. They don't know their clientele. So it's kind of heartbreaking. Thanks, Anheuser-Busch. I may not be able to feed my family coming up here soon.
I'm Bear Grylls, completely lost in a desert, and without water for 3 days. I have a decision to make. Drink my urine or this cold Bud Light I miraculously stumbled across. For me, the choice was simple. As horrible as it was still better than that god-awful beer.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Budweiser head of marketing guy. Only you could take a beer and make it queer.
Oh, no.
20 years of amazing ad campaigns, and this is where we end up.
Not gonna buy it.
What the f*** were you thinking?